Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something a little bit different. I received a box from Influenster with a product for me to try out. Now, Influenster is a sampling company. They send you products in exchange for reviews, and they are completely complimentary, yours to keep once you receive them. So let's go ahead and open this up and see what we've got. Okay, now then. First thing on the very top is an information card about the product I will be trying out today. It's from Benefit Cosmetics. It's called Boi-ing Cakeless Concealer. 24-hour long wear, waterproof. 97% said it looks smooth. 94% said it does not look cakey. It currently has 12 shades. It is a full coverage liquid concealer, and it is a brand new product from Benefit Cosmetics. So I'm really excited to be among the first to try this out. Okay, and my shade that they sent to me is number 3. Just this one right here. It's kind of light. Hopefully it will work with my summer skin. Here is the box that it comes in. It does have a doe foot applicator that goes with it. And to get a true feel, of course, for how a concealer works, so I will also be doing a full face of makeup. So this is a combination try a new product and get ready with me. Okay, this is absolutely adorable. It looks like a little pencil complete with eraser, although the eraser does not actually erase anything, I'm sure. It is hard plastic, the whole tube. Okay, and here is the applicator. Let's do a swatch. The back of my hand. Okay, that does look like it's going to be kind of light. Let's see how it blends out with just my fingertip. Okay, that blends out really nice. Feels extremely smooth. Okay, and perhaps with the rest of my makeup on, it will be even better. So I've got a mirror that I purchased for the sole purpose of using when I make these videos. I apologize for the glare. It is a double-sided mirror, but hopefully I'll be able to use it without having too much of an issue. Put it over here, the camera over just a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to start out by putting this concealer on in my under eye area. As you can see, I've got some dark spots on the inner corner and a little bit of bags under my eyes. That's really the only area I use concealer because I don't really have too much in the way of blemishes that I feel like I need to cover up. So we're going to start out by just dabbing that a little bit on the inner corner of the eye and dab a little bit on the outer corner of the eye, which is how I pretty much always apply my concealers. And then just with my fingers, blend across the under eye area. And like I said, I really do like the feel of this concealer. It goes on really well. It's creamy and smooth. I will say that it does not feel cakey at all in the application process anyway. Of course, the true test will be to see how it does with the rest of my makeup, how it behaves. Okay, so I've got that pretty well blended out. Of course, it will blend a little better as I apply the rest of my makeup. So let's go ahead and move into applying the rest of my makeup. Now, I have a huge makeup bag that is full of all my little Ipsy bags to separate and sort out all of my makeup my type. Including, I think I've got 2 or 3 that are just eyeshadows. I know I've got 2 that are lip products. I've got 1 that is just for my mascara. And I've got an adorable little bag that a friend of mine, or box rather, that a friend of mine sent me that I keep all my eyeliners in because I've got so many. Okay, so let's start off with this little bag, which has my foundations. And I think today I'm going to go ahead and use my CoverGirl True Blend in M3. Let me see if I can get my brushes and applicators. And I forgot to prime. So I'm going to go ahead and slap some primer on real quick. I should have primed before I put the mascara, or before I put the concealer on. But that's okay. I'll just prime everything else with the matcha green tea moisturizing primer that I got from Pure Lease in my July Ipsy bag, or Glam Bag Plus rather. Okay, it's got some primer on. I've got my little beauty blender here. And I always start out with just a little bit and go from there. So I'm going to dab this on to my areas and blend it out. And I know watching someone put on their makeup is not necessarily the most fun thing to do, but best way to really try out how effective a product is to do it with a full face. So let me get my mirror where I've got a little bit better lighting so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay. Trying to keep the mirror to where there's not any glare on the camera. Okay, that looks to be pretty well blended out. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is put that up. Put the new concealer up as well. Okay, so the next step is going to be in this bag, which is my powder. Oh, yep. And I am going to use the Pure, P-U-R-E, Cosmetics setting powder that I got in my July-August Live Beauty box. Just to set down the foundation to keep it from being sticky and wet. Set it a little bit. And this powder, a little goes a very long way. It is a translucent powder, and it does have just the tiniest little bit of flashback, but I don't think it's too bad in comparison to a lot of the setting powders that I've tried before. And I actually really like the feel of it on the skin. Okay, there we go. That's all done. And the next step is going to be to add some color to my skin, because I've used my foundation and I've used my setting powder. So now we got to add some tone back into the skin. So I'm going to use my Pacifica Beauty Bronzed Rose Duo that came in the July Ipsy bag. And to apply that, to apply the bronzer, I've got my Color Workshop contour brush. Again, I just got most of my brushes, except for the ones that have come in bags, have come from the dollar store because I'm cheap. apply a little bit of bronzer to the lower portion of the cheek, just to add a little bit of color. And around the very edge of the hairline, again for the same reason, just to add in a little bit of color. Not too much though, because I am very pale and we don't want to look like we're trying too hard. Okay, and next I use my Color Workshop. This is actually supposed to be a powder brush. It is way too small in my opinion to be a powder brush, but it is absolutely perfect for applying just a slight little bit of blush to the apples of the cheeks. Okay, there we go. And of course, the next product in the lineup is going to be in this Ipsy bag, which is where I keep my highlighters. Now, the highlighter that I'm going to use today is the Ofra highlight in Star Island that I got. I honestly don't remember exactly when I got this one. It's been a while. And I will be applying this with my, well, where is the brush I used for a highlighter? It's not that one. Here it is. Okay. Now, I'm not sure exactly what brush this is, but it's one that I've used frequently for highlighter, and I really like it. And I just dust that onto the very top of my cheekbones, because I do have very high cheeks and it doesn't take much. And down the center of my nose, across the center of the forehead, and just a little dab on the chin. And then I take my Farrah Beauty 50F brush that I got, again, from Ipsy, and I use that to blend all of my contour and highlight and blush out so that it doesn't look like it's in any one specific spot. I also use this brush a lot for applying my powder, just because it keeps everything looking nice and well blended. Okay, so the next step is going to be eyeshadow. Now, I have a lot of eyeshadows, but I think for today I'm going to use my Ish palette that I got in the FabFitFun Spring Editors box, which was my first FabFitFun box. And I think, let's see, yep, this is my go-to brush for applying this. I'm going to start with Fearless right here. I apologize for the glare on the brush, but I'm going to start with Fearless right here and apply just a little bit into the lower lid and crease as a transition shade. There we go. Okay. And from there, I'm going to take this little brush, which again came from the dollar store, and I'm going to apply Independent, which is this shade right here. This is Independent. And I'm going to apply that just right above the lash line all the way across, because I like the way it looks. It's got just the tiniest little bit of a shimmer to it. There we go. And I'm going to take this very fluffy brush that, if I remember correctly, was from Farrah Cosmetics as well. It also came in Ipsy, but I have used it so much that you can't see any of the lettering anymore. It has just about rubbed off, and I'm going to use the fluffy end of this, and I'm going to apply Authentic, which is this shade right here, just under the brow bone. And then I'm going to take this soft brush right here, and I'm going to apply Hustler, which is this shade here, under the lash line, from about the midpoint, under the lower lashes, from about the midpoint to the outer corner. Which adds just a little bit more golden sparkle to it. And I apologize for the background noise. My children are still home from school. It's not quite time for school to start back yet, but they do start in just a few days. I'm also going to bring this up and apply to the outer corner of the upper lashes with the same shade, Hustler. There we go, and that is the eyeshadow. Okay. And the next step from here is going to be mascara. Now, this bag here has all of my mascara in it. It is very, very full. I think today I'm going to go with the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extension Mascara, which I got in my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus for the month of July. And yes, I know there's a recurring theme. Almost everything has come from one of my Ipsy bags or the other. I'm just going to apply a quick coat of mascara. To my upper lashes. And just a really quick coat also to the lower lashes. Okay, there we go. And now you can see the completed eye look with mascara. I left my eyeliner box sitting on the other side of the room, so if y'all will hang on just a second, I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and this adorable Harry Potter box is what I keep all of my eyeliners in. And I do have a lot. Whoop. And see, I have so many, I'm dropping them everywhere. Okay, and I'm going to start out with lining my lower waterline with my white eyeliner, which is from LA Colors. I got it at the dollar store. Again, because I'm all about cheap makeup, and I like to line the lower waterline with white because it makes the eyes appear more open. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, and that's got that done. Now then, for my upper lashes today, or for my upper lash line today, to go with the very sparkly look that I put on my eyes, I'm going to use, again, one of my LA Colors eyeliners. And I believe this was in the shade Copper. It is also a metallic eyeliner. Here's a quick swatch so you can see how it looks. If the camera focus, there we go. And it is a metallic, which means it reflects light really, really well. And I'm just gonna, now I do not do winged eyeliner because it's just not something I ever perfected. So I'm just gonna do a quick line across the upper lash line. Okay. And you can see the difference where I've done my left but not yet my right. There is just a slight little hint of the copper color there. Go ahead and do the other one. I really need to sharpen my liners. Here we go. That's got the eyeliner done, which leaves me with the last step being to pick out from these two bags which lipstick product I want to use. Now this bag here contains my bullet lipsticks and my liquid lips, whereas this bag contains my lip liners and my lip glosses and balms. And I think today, let's see what this one is. Oh, no, that's not the one I want. To go with this look, I'm going to go with my Lord & Berry lip pencil in the shade Plum. This came in a Lip Monthly bag a while back. Here's a quick swatch. And I will top this probably with some gloss, but I haven't decided which one yet. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to fill in my whole lip line with it. Just because it adds a bit of all over color. And then when you apply a gloss on top of it, it keeps everything looking uniform. Okay. There we go. That's got the lip liner done. I mean, it is kind of dark, but I do prefer a dark lip personally. Of course, everyone has their own preferences when it comes to lip shades. Okay, I think this is the lip liner I want to use. This, or lip gloss I want to use. It is from Bella Pierre. It is in the shade Clear. This was also a Lip Monthly product from several months ago. I get so many, it's hard to keep up with which one came when. But we're going to add just a little bit of this gloss. To the liner. There we go. And that gives it a nice sheen so that it's not too matte. And here we have the finished makeup. My eyes are watering, which is pretty normal for me. But it seems like that concealer that we got from Benefit Cosmetics, the Boi-ing Concealer. Where did my information card go? Here it is. Boi-ing Cakeless Concealer. Seems to be doing quite well under the rest of my makeup. It's not sinking too much into my lines. It is, so far at least, holding on really well. Here we go. That adds a little bit of more illumination in my face without being too glary, I think. Okay. And you can kind of see, like I said, it's not running into the lines too much. It doesn't seem to be caking up or coming off. It is just a little bit lighter than what I would prefer based on my skin tone. But when you're getting products like that to try, you don't necessarily get a whole lot of say in the shades. And they send what they think is going to work best for you, and sometimes they're a little off, but that's okay. So far, as far as the formula itself, I absolutely love it, and it will definitely become something that I use frequently, just so that I can get a better feel for it. But I guess that's all for today.